In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the PollEv digital tool that is something that can be used in a student-centered learning environment to increase student engagement while you're working on things together, either through direct instruction, whether you want to throw a question out there and have everyone synchronously answer that question, or they can contribute to bigger picture kind of things where you can create mind maps or Wordles, where everyone's contributing their ideas and seeing how that all looks visually. So one of the examples that I'll be using for this video is going to be creating a Wordle. So to get started with this, I'm going to first go to the PollEv website. So simply type out polleverywhere.com, and I need to log in. If you need to sign up, you can sign up using the sign up button right there. The sign up feature is basically you are going to be choosing your primary use. So you want to create mostly everything, so you would present. If you're responding to other people's polls, if you're the student, you would create an account like this. But it's not always required. This is just if you want to make it more interactive. So I'm presenting, so I would use the You're Presenting options. You would go through and create your Everywhere account. Remember that you want to go with the basic plan, the free version, unless there's something that you would like to see with the premium package that you would like to purchase this for. So I'm going to go back to Poll Everywhere and go to Login. So because like I said, I already have my account set up where I'm just going to use my username and password. My username is my email that I set up, and my password is my password. Once I'm in, you will see that you have basically this dashboard view, and you see I only have one particular question in here, and that's why it's popping up here as a question. And that was basically for a class that I'm currently teaching right now, a blended learning class. So I asked the students, in what ways are you and your students using technology in your classroom? In order to create a new activity, and if I wanted to, I could go back and look at the responses from that. But I'm going to create a new activity. I would go to Create, and then these are some of the really cool options that are here. So you're not just limited to what you see in just like multiple choice or just a question and answer. There's open-ended. Okay, so you can have them typing out long, lengthy explanations where they'll all be sorted out, and that's kind of what I did with the original question. And it's all represented there visually for everyone to see. There's competitions that you could do. That's a new feature. I haven't really explored that one yet. Clickable images, where you could actually use this for several different content areas, labeling and diagrams and things of that nature. And I'm going to go back to the one that I'm going with, which is the Wordle. So for the Wordle, you could basically just say set up Wordle and then choose choose a question for this. And for a simple question, you could just say list examples of technology. Okay, and then what you do from there is hit create, and it sets up the settings that you need. No responses received yet. They will start to appear here, so it's all in live view. You would need to then go and take this link, the pollev.com, my name, my username 767, and I would basically go ahead and copy that and give that link to my Google Classroom through an announcement or an assignment, whatever, or I can embed that link within a slideshow if I have my students following along through a slideshow. So they're basically going to take that link, click on that link, and it'll take them right to the presentation where the Wordle will start to be populated. Okay, so this is really where it will start to take shape, and from there you will see in real time as each response is received in that Wordle. Okay, you can decide whether or not you want the results all to be shown on their own individual screens or just what you have up on your screen. You can go full screen to show everything that you're seeing, as you can see right there, and that's probably a good way to do that for a full screen or for a Wordle in this case. Hit escape simply on the keyboard to get out of that. You can clear results out, so if you find out that some of the results are not what you were hoping for, just clear it out. and then kind of redefine or redirect, in this case, of what the intended purpose of the activity is, and if they understand the question that you're asking. And then you can go ahead and test it out, which is a nice little feature here too. So if I wanted to put smartphone and submit, this is what will start to pop up. And I could put in other items here as well. So computer, tablet. As you can see it starts to take shape. Printer, and so on and so forth. So you have, as you can see, it starts to build this. Okay, and then you can click next, and that would just take you to simply all of your other presentations that you've created. But yeah, basically, you're just going through, creating the link, the question, the link, testing it out, making sure what it looks like, and then when you're ready to present it, you look at the options here, where you're downloading the poll as a slide, which is something that could easily be done too. So you don't necessarily have to link it specifically on your own. You can always just create a PowerPoint slide with it already in. As you can see, that's what's going on here. But in order for you to integrate that with Google Classroom, you would need to make sure that this slideshow is turned into a Google Slides. So this actually gives you some more detailed directions. So if I were to present this from this view, I could have the students install the app from PollEV.com app and start the presentation. That's if it doesn't load from the web version. Okay, so that's all that you need to know from this simple activity, that you can either, like I said, you can do this either on the phone, you can use the student devices. It all depends on what you are comfortable with using in your classroom. Remember that since you have if you have student devices, you don't need the application. You would just simply go to the website. But if you have students who don't have a device for that day and they have their phone, they would download the PollEV.com app, and then they would be able to start that presentation and contribute and be fully engaged in your lesson. All right, that's it.